Let's try this again. Sorry about the light. Hopefully you can see me. I'm talking about in this video, if you are a witch or you are a warlock or practitioner or necromancer or whatever it is that you are claiming to be, or what you're a part of. I'm going to turn this light on. There we go. And you practice things, and you're trying to cast one of your spells, or trying to cast one of your whatever it is that you're trying to do, and you're frustrated because it doesn't work. Well, nature knows who's serious in this and who isn't, and nature knows who's a natural and who's not. It's just you're a part of whatever it is that nature is doing, as just like the wind is, just like the rain is, just like anything in nature is, including everything that we do as human beings. If you're not getting any results, then analyze yourself first. You have to know yourself. Are you in this because your friend is in it? Are you doing this because someone wrote it in a book and they're telling you that this is how it's done? Just myself, now that may work with people. I don't know everybody, obviously. Myself, just me, I have never read a book on witchcraft or anything. If it's going to be from me, it's going to be from me. There's no telling that anything would work for me anyway. If it worked for them, that's wonderful. There's no guarantee it's going to work for me or anybody else. That's just the way nature is. We are not all the same. Our makeup is much different. All of us have different strengths and weaknesses. We have different thoughts, ideas. We have different energies. We have different views. We have different ways of doing things. And nature uses that to whatever whatever the schema is to use it for, or yourself. If you are going to create a specific reality, not just for yourself, but perhaps someone else, if you get to that way to be able to do this. I don't participate in, I think I've said this in another video here, I don't participate in rituals. I don't meditate for hours on end. I used to, but I didn't realize that's what I was doing. Through music, it would be transit music, no words. I put my own words and thoughts into it, like Tangerine Dream or instrumental things. I listen to Legend a lot. I know, dating myself. The soundtrack, Blade Runner, of course. It depends, but Tangerine Dream was always pretty neutral, and it covered anything that I would need. I actually learned so much then, but I would put on my headphones and go and sit in the woods, and I'd be there from noon to 3 in the morning. I would only leave because I either was hungry or or I didn't want to get in trouble, or something. Otherwise, I would just stay there. That was when I was a teenager. I did a lot of that because my home was on a golf course, and of course, as soon as it starts to get dark, there's no one out there. And behind the golf course, of course, was a bunch of woods. There's no homes. And all private property, so there's never anyone out there. So it was quite ideal. I learned a lot out there, saw a lot of things out there, and I would listen to music and basically become part of nature. The rest of that is private. I have an idea, though, that any practitioner can try, and it doesn't matter what level you are. This is what I do to if I am looking for a specific result. That's how I'm going to say that. This is what I do. They're universal laws. It's a part of every single thing in nature, and it works with every single thing in nature. Frequency, pitch, and resonance. That's 2, 3, 6, and 9. You can slice that in any way you want to. The most popular Luciferian sigils that I've seen are all from those items, those things. They all add to it, or add up to it. As I'm not and have never been a teacher of this, so, and I'm not sure that I even want to be. I'm here saying these things for a specific reason. Hopefully that reason happens. I'm pretty confident that it will. It is now, I'm going to prove something to anyone that watches this. It is now exactly 8 a.m. on the 13th. And the East Coast is experiencing just a little bit of weather. My personal prediction is that the tornadoes in the South are going to get much worse. Going to be to the point of, holy shit, the hell is going on? I also saw something with a train in the South, it's East Coast, and lots of wind, damaging, terrible wind. And it's not it, though. The only other thing I'm going to say is after this one, there'll be another extremely ugly and quite damaging storm that will be off the East Coast that'll form a way out. But that one's coming. It's not anything to do with what's happening now, but that one's coming. So, just saying, we're at the season for that anyway. Try, my suggestion, if you are not getting the results that you're trying for, please feel free to ask any questions. I'll be happy to answer them in the chat thing underneath this. And best of luck to you. Even though I don't believe in luck, but a lot of people do, so it's just something nice to say. I don't know what I'm going to make my next video on, or even if I'm going to make one, but we'll see. In the interim, keep doing what you're doing.